Hello everyone and welcome to Thrifty Thursday. So I thought I'd done all my thrifting, but we headed up the mountain yesterday, and as we were coming down after Travis had a lovely swim up the top, I'll try and add some footage to the end of this of Travis enjoying the mountain lake. We popped in for a coffee in Mount Beauty, and I found not one but two op shops, so one supporting the Uniting Church and one supporting the hospital. So I had to go and do my bit to support both of them. I've also got, now that I've washed them and dried them, the blankets that I purchased the other day at the Myrtleford op shop to show you. And it was funny, I was just looking online, and these Godfrey Hirst blankets, pure wool blankets, they're selling for crazy prices, like $80 on eBay, which is just crazy. So I got this beautiful Godfrey Hirst blanket, and I was buying these blankets to use as the backing for my textured pieces, because that's what Fleur Woods, who I spent a lovely week last week at the art retreat with her, that's what she uses as the back of her pieces. But this one, it's in absolutely perfect condition, got the most beautiful blanket stitch, as you would expect, on the edge, lovely rolled edge, beautiful soft colours, beautiful baby blanket, and very vintage. So I'll save that one for now, but yeah, it probably will end up being used in a crafting activity. Got this more utilitarian blanket. It's clearly been someone's blanket, probably for school camp. It does seem to have a very worn out label. I'm going to have to try and work out what that says. It's got some very fine blue writing. I think it might be like Oceania. No, I don't know. It's a bit hard to tell. But and then someone's name written over the top. Very utilitarian grey. Was probably a cub blanket or a school camp blanket, but probably been around a long time as well. It's been washed, still got a few little stains and things on it, but that won't worry me. And it's a good basic colour to use as the backing on my texture pieces. And then I've got this beautiful Onka Paringa, made in Australia, pure new wool. What lovely colours. I'm actually thinking I might use a little bit of this to make my needle book in my Roxy's Journal of Stitchery needle roll. It's got quite fraying edges where it's got the sort of satin or the silk edging on it. Again, this can be used because it's lovely, lovely fabric, but I thought it might be fun to incorporate the label in it. They don't seem to have any holes or anything in them, so still in very good condition, and I'm sure these Onka Paringas sell for a lot on eBay as well, but I'll be keeping it and using it in my craft. So just amazing, $4 each for those blankets. Then I got some other lovely doilies. When I first looked at this one, in fact I might just bring the camera down at a better angle for looking at doilies. Like that maybe, just straighten you up a bit. So I thought this one was actually embroidered, but it's just been, I think, hand painted. Not sure whether someone would have done this or they would have bought it this way and then been planning to stitch into it, but it's a lovely design anyway, and it does give me the option potentially for the needle roll or the huswif, or the hussif or housewife that we're working on for Roxy's Journal of Stitchery. I could do some nice little stitching, so I might even take this with me in the car, and it can be a nice little car stitching project, so I can look out the colours. I don't think I'll do the brown in brown. I think I'd pick out another colour to do that in, so I'll have a look at what other colours I've already got in my piece. Because yesterday I shared a video where I'd made some little fabric covered match boxes to incorporate into the piece. Also got this lovely cut work piece, just love these ones. Beautiful, and again it could make a lovely little envelope or pocket, but stay tuned for more ideas for those. Beautiful little embroidered, just sweet little flowers and some bright autumn leaves, which this area is well known for its autumn colours, so that's quite fitting. Beautiful little African violet, isn't that sweet? And it's a lovely linen handkerchief in perfectly good condition, no stains, so that might stay as it is, I'm not sure. Beautiful little applique on fruits, hand stitched, and looks like it's hand painted as well. And then this lovely stitching around. Some more autumn colour leaves, a little stain there that hasn't come out in the wash, but that's fine, it means I can use it. But very delicate how they've done the little branches up in a green, and then done a Might be a split stitch, I think, for the trunk, but very fine work. Absolutely love this one with the Sturt Desert Pea on it, which is a very well-known Australian native. I think one of the states has it as their emblem. I've forgotten which state it is. It would be either probably Western Australia, maybe Northern Territory, or is it South Australia? Not sure. Oh, this one goes with this one. So there's two of those, but in fact each on a different side, so they could sort of sit there and be coming together. Then I've got this lovely one, and again I thought these could make some great little pockets or pouches or double pockets, so lots of ideas for those. Likewise for this one, have I actually ironed it the wrong way? Yeah, no, it actually needs to fold the other way. Clearly couldn't see last night when I was ironing my bits and pieces. But yeah, that's a lovely, and that could even be a little side section. Lots of possibilities, because I'm planning to just use all things that I've sourced in this region for my my needle roll for Roxy's Journal of Stitchery, because then it becomes a beautiful little memento of here, but it's also kind of the ethos or the philosophy behind them, that they were made with remnants, they were made with what people had on hand. These are some lovely pillowcases, and as you know, I love getting pillowcases because you usually get a few different colorways or a few different patterns in a single pillowcase. So I just love this little section. So I've got those. Got a larger painted one, which someone has actually started stitching. So that was clearly the plan for it. All they've done is the stitching there, and this one does have a bit of staining over this side. So this is one that I can definitely stitch and then just take a section from it, or use it in its just current painted form. Actually, I'll leave that unfolded so I don't get a crease where I don't want it. This one has gorgeous pansies on it. I absolutely adore this one, and a lovely crocheted cutwork edge. It's just beautiful. And then it's got little I think they're meant to be, oh no, that would be a flower. At first I thought they were like meant to be little scissors, but I think it's meant to be a little bloom. Yeah, a little bloom coming out of there, but very delicate work on it. And it's got that down both ends. It does have a little stain, so I won't be afraid to maybe use a section of this in my project. Then these ones go with that one we were looking at earlier. Bit of fluff on there, but again lovely, and they could go either way up actually. And again, I could even make a little pocket or something out of those. Got two of those. These ones are incredibly delicate. Looking at the front and the back, that's the front, but got lovely, got a very fine, almost slightly gauzy but not totally gauzy cotton, and then it's got the extra pieces of cotton applique on, but it's just incredibly neat and beautiful. So I've got two of those. And then I've got another beautifully embroidered little basket with flowers. Definitely, yeah, done by hand, and it's lovely, beautiful and fine. This is another one similar to the one we looked at before, but I'm thinking I'll make it into a little envelope for my Roxy Journal of Stitchery. Interestingly, it's actually, I think, unless I've folded it wrong, but that looks pretty straight across there. It's got a nice little bit of angularness coming up, which I actually really like. I think that's a bit of fun, and I like that you can see the cut work, and whatever you put inside it, you'll be able to see some of it. So if you put some bits of fabric in your needle book, then that would work in there. I was happy to find some of these because I was thinking, oh, wouldn't those little things that I found in op shops in Melbourne, wouldn't they be great to use in my huswif or my needle roll? Because I'm thinking I can put maybe little threads in them, or other items, or I can fold them over and use them as little miniature pockets as well. So I got some in this design and some in this design as well. And finally, I got a lovely linen pillowcase. So it's got beautiful blue linen on this side and a lovely white linen on this side. So again, I'll be just taking it apart to use it, unless I want to use a section of it where it's already stitched and turn that into a little pocket or a little fold over. Sounds like the rubbish truck is coming along, so apologies for the noise. You've got the nice bird call, but you've also got the sound of trucks. So that is my little Thrifty Thursday haul, unless I think we might head out to the Porpunka op shop today, because that's the only one in this immediate region that I haven't visited, and they always have fun things to find. So thanks for watching, and see you later on. Bye. So in some sad news, I've discovered that the Porpunka op shop, or opportunity shop, or thrift store, or charity store had to close down because I believe the building that they were occupying was being taken on for someone else. So I had to go and satisfy my little hunting urge in Bright itself, and decided to visit a lovely little quilting store called So Bright Alpine Quilting. I've got the business card here if you happen to be in this part of the world. And they had some lovely goodies and some things that I've been meaning to get, so I thought I would just stock up. I also went to the sort of general purpose, almost like a discount store in town as well, and got some goodies which I'll show you second. So from the Alpine Quilting store, I got these hand needles, hemline brand, but they just had a really good selection of all different types of needles. $6 for lots of them of all different sizes. I sometimes like to use the bigger ones for things, as well as having the smaller ones. So I thought they would be useful. I got a box of Eleganza Wonderfil number 8 pill cotton. Got them in all these sort of like sea tones and green tones and natural tones, because I thought they'd be particularly good for my texture pieces. Let me see if I can take the lid off so you can have a proper look at them. So beautiful sort of bluey yellows. That would be great for a little sort of rock pool scene. Lovely greens. I used quite a bit of my Wonderfil when I was doing my my mossy fungi piece. Beautiful browns. This one's got almost sort of grey greens with yellow, turquoise and blue with yellow, whole bunch of greens through to turquoise. This one's a bit brighter, but again could be fun for some seaside. Blues and greens could be great if you were kind of doing a mountain lakey sort of scene. A really good khaki type greens there. Blues into slightly grey greens. And this has browns through to light blues through to darker blues. And then a beautiful forest, what I'd sort of say a forest green. So that will be a wonderful, wonderful selection. So I don't know, does it have it's called Meadow, I think, is the selection of colours. But yeah, I just love the variegated Wonderfil. Really enjoy working with the number 8. I got, as well as getting some fluff on it. That's not from the store, that's from me, or from Travis. I got this mandala stitchery panel because I thought, oh, these are great things to do when you might be going on a trip or something and you just want to take a bit of a stitchery with you. And it's a huge, huge panel of all different mandala stitching, including a bigger one there. So I guess you could cut them out and put sort of slow stitch around the outside. You could include parts of them in your slow stitch project, so they'll be fun. I've got quite a few of these little stitchy panels, so I should really start stitching some of them, but I couldn't resist that one. And it gives you the suggested stitches to do on them. Also got these applique or applique pins, depending how you say it. K3N says applique. And yeah, they're just lovely short pins, and you're less likely to poke yourself with them. So I got myself 2 packets of those because I don't have any of those. And I know from those people that do have them, often they misplace them, or they end up in works. So it's good to have extras. I also got this pack of Harrietville Cotton Mako 5-pack in beautiful blues. Take them out. I'll be taking them out of their plastic anyway. I've unwrapped one of them already, and it's a lovely, lovely weight. So it says 100% cotton NE. So it's Harrietville, made in Italy. So I think, yeah, number 12 would be the weight, but it's just a lovely lovely weight of thread. It's got a beautiful sheen to it. And yeah, really, really lovely again, sort of sea colours, but also I love working in blue, so it'll be great just to have on hand to stitch. And what I'm thinking about, because I've said that I'm going to be using just materials from up here to do my needle roll, my huswif or hussif or housewife needle roll as part of Roxy's Journal of Stitchery, and I figured that I can use some of these little ones which I shared in the earlier part of this video to hold these little Harrietville rolls, but also other smaller rolls, and I can stitch these in at the top and the bottom, and they'll hold the rolls perfectly. I can then pull the threads out, but they'll be held within this little pocket. So I thought, what a fun idea for using these. So I'll share that in a future video as well, but there's a little idea in the running. So I got those. They were all the goodies that I got from the So Bright Alpine Quilting from the general store. I got myself some magnetic dots, so a few packets of those, plus some that I've taken out already. And I also, from another little store called Megumi, I got a brooch for Mum, but got a brooch for myself as well. Isn't it lovely, this kookaburra in, I guess it's in resin, I think, but it's just so lovely. And while we've been here, we've been hearing the kookaburras. They tend to go early in the morning when I'm taking Travis out for sort of first toilet of the day. It's just beautiful. Look at the sort of the swirls in the, and there's a slight sort of shimmery sort of glitteriness in it. So I just thought that was a really sweet little brooch. And I do love my brooches, but even just to have that as a little clasp on a slow stitch project as well, that could be lovely. I'll wrap that back up again, and then I will show you my general store goodies. So yeah, I got these dots from the sort of the general purpose store. I got some nice pale green baker's twine, so green and white, 4-ply, 100% cotton, 120 metres. Again, I thought this could be fun to use in some of my texture pieces. I also got some cotton cloth line. We were using sort of ropey stuff in our Fleur Woods course, and it's great in that you can kind of tie knots with it and then have the tufty ends from it. So I thought that could be really good, and it's in a natural colour, so I can always be painting it with my Inktense blocks. So I got that. My needles down there. Got just, this would be an acrylic, but just a roll of a nice green, again for using in my punch needle and other pieces and stitching into it with. Also, I assume you can kind of, break it down into fibres that you can then overlay like I did with the moss. I'm definitely going to be buying some more of those sort of mossy fibres. I got the brand from the lady that shared them, but I could do something pretty similar with this and just sort of, fluffing it up like that, and you get a lovely mossy, organic-y looking fibre by fluffing it up. So yeah, lots of fun to be had even with simple materials. So that's one roll. And then I got this fabulous, again it's a synthetic, I think like a chenille type thing, but it's got all browns through to sort of blacky greys and whites. So I thought that'd be fabulous, like for tree bark or for the ground or for rocks. So I got a roll of that. So they are my little purchases from today, seeing I couldn't go to the Pulpunka op shop, supported the local quilting store. And there's Travis enjoying, he's had another lovely swim for the afternoon. And there's Alex as well, just the half of Alex. And Travis is wondering what Alex is up to. So we just went down to the dredge hole, and Travis had a lovely swim there, and then we stopped at the river on the way back, and Travis had another swim there as well. So now it's time to relax under the air conditioning, isn't it, Travis? And then I'll just turn you around, and that's the view out to the mountains, out from the deck. It's definitely very warm again today. So now it's time for some quiet afternoon stitching for me. So I hope you're having a lovely day. Hope you're getting maybe some crafting crafting time in, and I will speak to you soon. And I'll put some footage at the end of this video. I've been taking a few videos around the place and some photos, so I'll pop some of those immediately here. Bye everyone.
Travis, come here. Happy? No more. Come on. Travis, come here. Happy? No more. Come on.